All right, right now we're doing the Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Now, when we put Taurus as far as the zodiac sign and place it into the sun, this is going to be what people are consciously aware of. This is what Taurus people are into. This is what they like doing, what they may not like doing, and things that they're doing up underneath this sun while they're on Earth. Now, Taurus, along with Cancers, kind of rule the earth aspect as far as us being on earth right now. Notice it's an earth and a water sign. Because, see, the moon is exalted in Taurus. Earth, the planet we're on right now, actually rules Gaia, Tara, aka Taurus. And also, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is another tangible planet that expounds on physical traits. So, when you have sun sign in Taurus here, you have a person who like to put into action manifestation goals. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a little stronger when it's in the moon, but we're going to get in the moon. Right now, we're in the sun. This is what people are going to see these people actively be into. So, any dreams you have, any type of goals you have, it's always good to have a Taurus friend, because a Taurus sun sign know the right actions to take to get you, at least if they don't get you 50% to your goal, at least they can help you get to the initial start that you can pick up. And they got the staying power, which is a fixed sign. So they have the staying power to stay down and do something until the job actually get finished. No matter how long it may take, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's done right, it's it's quality over quantity all day with Tauruses. You know what I'm saying? So with the sun sign being here, this is a person's actions. So if a person with a sun sign in Taurus, for an example, needs a car, they're going to put in the necessary actions, and they're going to take the necessary procedures in order to get a car. Now, by this being a receiver sign, being in a masculine and a giver planet, which is the sun is a masculine, which is the giver, and Taurus is a sign of the receiver, which is the yin, which is the you know what I'm saying? So, see, what happens here is there's a common conflict. A lot of the actions that a Taurus may do may not be understood by, say, fire signs or, say, an air sign. You know what I'm saying? But by Taurus being a yin sign and being a feminine sign and being in the inside, they see things from a whole. So no matter what actions they taking, a lot of other signs may look at them like you're taking all day, or you're not doing it right. The Taurus is able to sit back and put into action of proving people wrong. So this plays out in a lot of ways. This plays out into Taurus may be the ones, not so much as Capricorn as being a fatherly, motherly figure, and not so much as Virgo being a nit, petty, picky, detail-oriented person. But in this earthly energy as a Taurus, they have the ability to stand aside and try the things that the other signs are trying, but at the same time have the ability to put practicality in there. So they could come across, a lot of them may come across as quiet, or may not want to tell you about yourself unless it's cause for it. Like a Taurus sun will only tell you about yourself if they see you going down the wrong path, and they're able to sit back and be like, see, I told you what you was doing wasn't the right way of going about it. See, now Taurus sun sign actions, this is how they look at it. So a lot of times they like to chill out. They like to see all aspects of how to get to a specific goal before they reach out and try to go for that goal, all spontaneous, being spontaneous basically. Y'all already know how I am with these motherfucking words. Pay me no mind, you know what I'm saying? But y'all get what I'm trying to say. So a Taurus sun person is going to be into sitting back and observing and being more of a perceiver. And then they're able to take all the wrongs that they see in others, which Virgo may voice their opinion on the wrongs that you may do, and Capricorns may tell you about the wrongs that you do. A Taurus will sit back and just collect sit back and just observe all the wrongs that you're doing and apply it to themselves. Then once they get things working, the moment that you come to a Taurus sun sign asking for their help, they're willing to help you, but they're also willing to tell you what you've been doing wrong and what you need to do. And a lot of other signs don't like to hear that because they feel like that the Taurus was quiet all this time. Where did you build up all this animosity from? And it's not that they was quiet, it's just they was sitting back observing, seeing what you was going to do, because they see the behind the scenes realms of putting into action whatever goal you're trying to attain. So this is like sun sign Tauruses, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes into the sun, a person's actions is going to be steady, paced, practical, and observant. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you get it into the moon, this is a different story. This is where you may get an emotional Taurus at, because Tauruses are really not emotional. Every zodiac has emotions. They just all deal with it on a different level. Taurus is part of the thinker crowd as far as the air and the earth, how they bottle up their emotions. So before you may know how a Taurus feel, they may have to intellectualize it in their mind first of, is this the way they're supposed to be feeling? You know what I'm saying? And before they can present it to you, which sometimes they may not never present it to you. You know what I'm saying? Which Scorpio is the opposite. They hold on to their feelings, but when they present it to you, it's in an explosive manner. See, with Taurus, they hold in their feelings, but they intellectualize it and try to realize is what they're feeling actually how they supposed to be feeling. So before they even present it to you, they're going to be very conservative about it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why a Taurus sun can be mad, and you may not never know if they're mad or not until they whoop off in your ass. And then you like, damn, where the fuck all this anger come from? It ain't that they didn't have it, it's that they didn't show it. You understand what I'm saying? It was in there. It's just you may not see it on the face expression because they're hard. They're hard. They're like rocks. They're like solids, earth. And then when you got Venus here, they love earthly pleasures. And then when you have the moon here, they know how to manifest their earthly pleasures and create illusions in their mind on a practical way to obtain their goals. Now, when you got so with Taurus and the moon, you know what I'm saying, they feel this way. So a lot of times the Taurus moon may act out on their whole social group about things that need to be done before you can even get anywhere. Like, for an example, if everybody trying to record a song, right? And everybody like, damn, we need to find somebody who can record us. You could count on the Taurus moon to get up and be like, well, listen, man, I'm not finna sit here and try to be counting on niggas, just to find niggas that may have a studio and we have to get in there. Motherfucker, let's take our motherfucking money. Every little piece of money you get, any piece of money I get, let's put that together and let's buy our own motherfucking mic. That's a Taurus moon right there. They're taking a practical cause to manifest what they need. See, now the Taurus sun sign may not express this, but the Taurus sun sign may feel more comfortable with obtaining money to go take to a studio to get it done right. But see, a Taurus moon, this is the way you feel. This is the way you react. So you react to not recording in a way that you think you should take your money and buy your own mic, because it's the self right here. This is the moon. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the little differences between the sun and the moon. Not to say that the sun sign Taurus won't come to the conclusion of buying their own mic, but they don't feel the need to have an emotional outburst about it. If this is what they have to do until they get their own mic, then they would do that without a problem and without a smirk on their face, unless they're being taken advantage of on something that deals with common sense. Because all earth signs are masters at common sense. And what's our common sense of being here on earth? Your taste, touch, smell, see, hear. Now anything that goes into those universities of vortexes, Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses are the masters of that on earth. You know what I'm saying? So Tauruses are more sensible towards the feel and the hearing. You know what I'm saying? Virgos are more sensible on the seeing. You know what I'm saying? The seeing and the tasting. You know what I'm saying? And Capricorns are more, they kind of got a bundle of all of it, but they're more on the smelling side, because A Capricorn can smell when something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like Tauruses, they all got a blend of all five, but what is more, you know what I'm saying? Capricorn is touch and smell. You know what I'm saying? Taurus is touch and hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because also it deals with the throat chakra, which is Taurus. So communication, and it's right next to Gemini. So that's the sign it has to look to. So communication is important to Tauruses. So a lot of Tauruses, sun and moons, may have problems with expressing their communication skills in a proper way. So a lot of times this may make them be quiet. But when a Taurus moon comes here, it doesn't care about presenting themselves in a reserved way, and a lot of times they may come across like they don't know what they're talking about. But they do know what they're talking about. It's just the way that they're putting it together in their minds is only from a point of view of a practical level. So if you need some inspiration or you need to be inspired by someone, you can't go to a Taurus moon for that. They can only give you the practical. What they can do is they're gonna say, okay, if this person needs to be inspired or something like that, I got a few YouTube videos that I could recommend this person to that got me inspired. That's the most a Taurus moon can do. You only can get inspired by a Taurus moon by looking at their actions and reactions of how they obtain their goals. But they're not they're not the ones that's sitting up on a stage inspiring people and not wanting money for it and shit like that. That's not what a Taurus moon is here for. They're here to do things practical and go by order. Because it's an earth sign also. So whatever order we have here, which on earth, which is like things like getting a job, hustling, shit, and the only way you can obtain what you want is through money and stuff like all them orders and shit like that. That's earth sign specialties, and a Taurus is willing to take the practical causes in order to be stable financially. Now, when you got Taurus risings, okay, you may not necessarily be a stable person, but you would love to be around someone who is stable because it's closer to your personality. Like your personality is stable. Like you may not be going out there to obtain certain things as far as the sun, or you may not be out there feeling a certain way about certain things, which is the moon. But when Taurus come into the rising sign, your innate awareness is that. So naturally, you're going to be a person who's stable. Naturally, you're going to be a person who's not very much emotional like that. Naturally, you're going to be a person who rather give someone common sense other than preach to them about a pipe dream, a dream that may not never exist, but just because it sounds good, you could have somebody attaining on to a certain faith to get there, which that's good in a lot of aspects, but that's more of a fire sign quality. A earth sign quality is going to be like, okay, that all sounds good, but how you going to get there? And they're good at showing you the practical way of getting there. So, a lot of Taurus risings could be accountants, can handle other people's monies. They may fuck up their own money, but they know how to damn sure hold on to somebody else's money. You know what I'm saying? Taurus risings, they know how to use their common sense to the pleasures of themselves, instead of using common sense to try to tell somebody else what to do as far as the sun, or using your common sense to try to emotionally get yourself together as far as where the Taurus are being a moon. Right here, you already have common sense to use for yourself, and other people can just look at you and take your qualities and traits and apply it to themselves. That's what happens when a Taurus come into a Taurus rising. So Taurus risings are responsible. You know what I'm saying? They understand not to overdo something already, and they understand how. But only problem when Taurus come into the rising sign is maybe overindulging. You may overindulge into things subconsciously without even knowing. Like you may smoke too much, you may drink too much, you may eat too much, you may do a lot of something too much without knowing it. See, when it's in your sun sign, you're doing enough actions for someone to let you know, or for yourself to let yourself know to slow down. When it's in your moon, you may be doing too much indulging, but you can feel when it's not practical enough, or you can feel when you're getting out at yourself, when you're down to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Going too far. When it's in your rising sign, it's just basically your personality. So you have to work with other planets in your chart to order to stop to indulging, or it can play out in this way. You may be super not indulgent and very picky about everything you intake. So that's Taurus when it comes in the rising. You know what I'm saying? That's the sun, moon, and the rising with Taurus. The difference. Flight boss, bitch.